I look like a wet noodle, a spoodle. That's better. It is better. It is very good. I like it very much. It's okay for now. Unfortunately, I can't find my cap or any cap. I cannot find a cap in this single house. Oh, cap. Cap. Favorite cap. That'll do it. Just finished it. Welcome to Derry. It. Welcome to Derry. I missed it completely. Swoop pan. Gone. Just ignored it. Half of me didn't want it to be really shit. I think the other half of me didn't want it to be really good either. I feel like glad I didn't watch it when it like first came out. I waited until it was bingeable, and I binged it in the last 2 days while waiting for Spider Noir. Correction, it's called Spider Noir, not Spider Man Noir, but you know, means to an end. It, Welcome to Derry, fantastic, really good. Pennywise didn't show up until like episode 4, I think. Really, really well. Who knew that good old Dickie Halloran was in it? Recently, I did just finish The Shining. I read The Shining again a couple of months ago. Second time I read it. What a story. I think it's the third time I read it, actually. The first time I didn't actually like it. Excuse me. But the second time I loved it. The third time I loved it even more. It just like grew on me. And Mr. Halloran, yeah, Danny Torrance, Danny Torrance, the little kid in The Shining, he calls him Mr. Halloran. So when I was watching this, I was watching it, you had I was getting confused with Dick Halloran and then Mr. Hanlon, Leroy Hanlon. I was like, oh, Mr. Hanlon, that must be, the little kid out of the movie, the 2017 movie, and then obviously the follow-on movie. That must be him, the guy who stays in Derry. So that must be him. It's not him. It's his father. So Mike Hanlon is the one that stays in Derry. It's Will Hanlon is the one we see at Welcome to Derry. Will Hanlon is actually the one who dies in the fire with his wife. So in it, the first film, you see Henry Bowers throwing a load of trash at him because he's black. He's a black kid, and they're being, in the book they're extremely racist, but in the show they're not. But Henry Bowers, we don't want you in this town, and he fucking drives off. That's when Pennywise shows Mike Hanlon his parents dying, and the door starts shaking, and the fear sets in. So I was just like, who the fuck are these people? Completely just lost to it until I realised that the airman was Halloran, Dickie Halloran, and that was the dude from The Shining. Separate it. Leroy Hanlon. You see him in the first film of It. He's the grandfather who's telling Mike Hanlon, just do it, just kill it, just kill the goat or kill the calf, I think. He's got to put the gun to his head, not the gun, the whatever it is, the cattle prod, I think it's a cattle prod back in them days. Leroy Hanlon, because obviously Mike and his wife die in the fire. That was what was completely baffling me, but Coming back to Halloran, he's got the shine, and what a like a fantastic way to make everything connect together. Like he was the entire season. Halloran, there wouldn't have been a season without him because he helped the entire crew find the pillars, find the Dead Star to help destroy it, make it go to sleep, and it does. The show does a really good portrayal of actual showing the audience what he sees: dead bodies everywhere, his father being like completely abusive to him, and his nan the only one who like believes him. Also, she has to shine, but she kind of taught him how to control it because his was so much stronger. Obviously, there was the connection to the losers as well. Marge, I kind of think they just like threw this one out there. Like they didn't, no one knew who she was. Well, I didn't know who she was. I just thought, this character's really cool. Like she's actually funny. I liked her, but it turns out she's Marge Tozier, so she's Richie's Richie Tozier's mother. That's the reason why she calls him Richie, because her first love, that lad who died, his name was Richie. So it's Rich Santos. He died in the black spot, and the black spot in the book is like the entire. I read it a while ago, a couple of years ago. The entire book is 4 seasons and 4 films. Like it's so dense with information and murder and like fear, and like it follows the losers, but just from like them living their lives. Stephen King writes like about like the entirety of how they go about their lives. Like a lot of it is Ben Hanscom's time at the library, how he's reading about the factory where like I think it blew up and then a lot of kids' head just went flying everywhere. And that's the scene where he finds it on a tree. But one of the best parts was like Beverly Marsh coming back and you seeing Beverly Marsh right at the end, and that was cool. The whole thing was really wrapped up well, and it turns out they've started season 2 or it's being whatever development. That's what I found on Google. It's it, it's going backwards, so it brings me back to it telling Marge about your son is part of the group that's going to kill me. He doesn't see time. It does not see time linear like we do. Maybe it moves through time. Maybe time through moves around it, or it's seen all of time and it's trying to get past the losers club winning to go back and back, further back, to go back 27 years and then again 27 years to try and see if it can get past the losers club that eventually do kill it for good. It was really fucking good. Really well done. It had a lot of the no, I'm not even going to pronounce it. Chickawewa tribe. I'm pretty sure it's a Chickawewa tribe. I haven't looked it up, but they were the tribe in it part 2 that Mike Hanlon gives to Bill, and he gives him the water that isn't water, and it's like some trippy bullshit. And Bill Bill Denbrough trips his absolute balls out, which was funny, but it was very good, very good. Because in Derry, no one ever really dies. Cheers.